It was midnight. Little Liam Foster sat in his room, twirling a pencil between his fingers. Tonight, he had decided to do something different. He looked up at the sky. The stars were shining, but his eyes were fixed on just one place: Mars. He wanted to go there, to walk on its surface, to set foot on that red soil, to be part of humanity's next big leap. But everyone around him kept telling him it was impossible. "Stop dreaming," they said. "Only astronauts can do that." But Liam thought differently. If someone's going to make it happen, why can't it be me? His mom used to tell him something when he was little. If you want to change the world, you have to believe first. But Liam had lost his mom 2 years ago. Since then, there had been an emptiness inside him. Yet, there was one thing that helped fill that void, even just a little: Elon Musk. Liam had read Musk's story over and over again. A man who faced countless failures, but still built some of the world's biggest tech companies. A man who made the impossible possible. A man who started SpaceX to take people to Mars. Liam had only one choice. He had to write a letter. "Dear Mr. Musk, my name is Liam Foster. I'm 10 years old, and when I grow up, I want to go to Mars. But everyone tells me it's impossible. I'm writing to you because you're someone who proves the impossible can happen. If you tell me that going to Mars is possible, then I'll keep working hard to make it happen. Sincerely, Liam." He placed the letter in an envelope, but a small voice inside whispered, "Even if you send this, you probably won't get a reply." Then he remembered his mom's words. Sometimes, all you need to do is ask the right question to the right person. He gripped the envelope tightly. No matter what, he was going to send it. And maybe, just maybe, Elon Musk would reply. Liam felt a strange mix of hope and doubt as he dropped the letter into the mailbox. Would Elon Musk actually write back? Maybe it would just end up in the hands of some office worker, never even making it to him. But still, there was a chance. A small flicker of hope. Days passed. Every afternoon, Liam ran to the mailbox, eagerly checking for a reply. But nothing. Weeks went by, and the disappointment started to creep in. One evening, Liam sat at the kitchen table, staring at his untouched dinner while his dad washed the dishes. His dad glanced over and sighed. "You're still thinking about that letter, aren't you?" Liam nodded but didn't say anything. His dad dried his hands and sat across from him. "Listen, buddy, Elon Musk is a really busy guy. Maybe your letter never even made it to him. But that doesn't mean you should give up on your dream." Liam looked down at his plate. Maybe his dad was right. Maybe Elon Musk never saw it. But the next morning, everything changed. The doorbell rang. Liam, still half asleep, shuffled to the front door, expecting the mailman. But when he opened the door, he froze. Standing there was a man in a sharp suit, holding a tablet and smiling. "Liam Foster?" Liam's eyes widened and he slowly nodded. The man extended his hand. "I'm James Carter. I work for SpaceX. Elon Musk wants to talk to you." Liam's breath caught in his throat. "Wait, what? You're joking, right?" James chuckled. "No joke, Liam. Mr. Musk read your letter, and he set up a video call with you. Are you ready?" Liam's mind was spinning. He had never expected this. But his mom's words echoed in his head. Sometimes, all you need to do is ask the right question to the right person. And now, that right person was waiting to talk to him. Liam's palms were sweaty. Was this really happening? Was he actually about to talk to Elon Musk? James Carter set up the laptop in the living room, adjusted the camera, and gave Liam an encouraging nod. The screen flickered black for a second. Then, the image sharpened, and suddenly, Elon Musk appeared, smiling. "Hey, Liam," Elon said, his voice calm yet powerful. "I heard you wrote me a letter. I read it, and I have to say, I was really impressed." Liam's throat went dry. He actually read it? And now he was talking to him? Hi, Mr. Musk," Liam stammered. I wasn't expecting you to actually reply." Elon chuckled. "You know, when I was a kid, I didn't think anyone took my dreams seriously either. But if you want to accomplish something big, you can't let other people's doubts hold you back." Liam swallowed his nerves and finally spoke up. "Mr. Musk, I want to go to Mars, but nobody thinks it's possible. I'm not even an astronaut. What would it take for me to actually do it?" Elon narrowed his eyes slightly, thinking for a moment. Then he said something that Liam would never forget. "If you really want to go to Mars, you have to prove yourself here on Earth first." Liam blinked. "What do you mean?" "It takes knowledge, training, and, most importantly, courage. But you already have one advantage, Liam. You think big. Now, what you need to do is make a plan to turn that dream into reality." Liam felt a surge of excitement. "What should I do?" Elon smiled. "If you want to go to Mars, start by making an impact here. I have a challenge for you. Design your own rocket system or build the foundation for a space-related project. Show me what you've got. If you succeed, maybe one day, we'll open the doors for you at SpaceX." Liam's eyes widened. Was this real? "Do you really think I can do it?" he asked in a whisper. Elon tilted his head slightly. "If you work hard enough, why not? Remember, people once thought I'd never make it either. But here I am, and now it's your turn." At that moment, Liam knew his life had just changed. He had been given the biggest opportunity of his life. Now, all he had to do was prove himself. After his conversation with Elon Musk, Liam felt a mix of excitement and fear. He had been given an incredible opportunity, but could he really pull it off? Elon's challenge was clear. If you want to go to Mars, you have to prove yourself on Earth first. Create your own space project and show me what you've got. But where should he even start? The next day at school, Liam started researching everything he could about space exploration. But he quickly realized something. Doing this alone would be nearly impossible. As he sat in the computer lab, an idea popped into his head. What if I started a space club? That way, he could team up with other students who were just as passionate about space and work on the project together. During lunch, he turned to his best friend, Oliver. "Oliver, I want to start a space club at school. If we put together a small team, we might actually be able to complete Elon Musk's challenge." Oliver blinked in surprise. "Wait, you're serious? Elon Musk actually invited you to SpaceX?" "Not yet," Liam admitted. "But he told me to think big. If we create a real project, maybe one day it could happen." Oliver thought for a moment, then shrugged. "Why not? I've always wanted to study engineering. Maybe we'll make history." And just like that, Liam's small space club was born. For the next 3 weeks, Liam's team worked non-stop. Liam studied Mars's atmosphere. Oliver researched propulsion systems. Their newest member, Emily, gathered information on aerospace materials. Finally, they decided on their first small-scale project, building their own model rocket. If they could design and launch a successful small rocket, it would be their first step into the world of space engineering. But there was one big problem: money. They needed funding to buy materials. They asked the school for support, but their request was denied. They refused to give up. Liam asked his dad for old computer parts and sold them online. Oliver and Emily reached out to their families for donations. After weeks of effort, they finally had enough money to buy supplies and start building. Everything seemed to be going well, But things were about to get a lot harder. On their first attempt, the model rocket didn't even lift off. On their second attempt, the motor failed. On their third attempt, the rocket launched, but spun out of control and crashed into pieces. Liam and his team were exhausted. One evening after school, Liam sat alone in an empty classroom, staring at his notebook. All he could see were their failures playing over and over in his mind. Maybe everyone was right, he thought. Maybe going to Mars is only for big companies. Maybe I'm chasing something impossible. Just then, Oliver walked in. "Are you really giving up?" he asked. Liam didn't look up. He just shook his head. Oliver smiled and patted him on the shoulder. "Did you know Elon Musk's first rockets failed too? SpaceX's first 3 launches exploded. But guess what? Now they're sending humans into space. You're going to make this happen, Liam. Don't give up." Liam looked at Oliver. He was right. This was just the beginning. And every great success started with failure. They just had to come back stronger. Liam knew one thing for sure after talking to Oliver. He wasn't going to give up. SpaceX had started with failures, but in the end, they had succeeded. If he truly wanted to go to Mars, he had to see his setbacks as lessons, not defeats. The next day at school, he gathered his team and spoke with determination. "We failed, but that doesn't mean we're giving up. We're going to analyze our mistakes and build a better rocket." Oliver, Emily, and the rest of the club believed in him. So, they got back to work. Liam and his team reviewed why their first rocket had failed. They had chosen the wrong motor power. The aerodynamic design wasn't stable enough. The materials weren't strong enough. To fix these problems, they came up with a new plan. Checkmark design a more powerful and stable motor. Improve the aerodynamics for better balance. Use lighter and stronger materials. For a whole month, they worked non-stop. Liam spent hours in his dad's old garage, assembling equipment. Oliver ran software simulations to test their new designs. Emily contacted local science labs for better materials. And finally, their new model rocket was ready. This time, they believed they could make it work. They gathered in an open field behind the school. The excitement in the air was electric. Liam took a deep breath and started the countdown. 3, 2, 1, ignition. And this time, the rocket blasted into the sky. The entire team erupted into cheers, hugging and celebrating. They had done it. The rocket soared 300 meters high before deploying its parachute and drifting back down safely. It was their first real success, but the biggest surprise of all was yet to come. Liam had posted a video of their rocket launch on social media, proud of what they had achieved. But he never expected what happened next. A notification popped up on his Twitter, a reply from Elon Musk. "Hey, Liam Foster, I love seeing people make the impossible happen. Great start. Now it's time to think even bigger. Want to meet some engineers at SpaceX?" Liam's heart stopped. Elon Musk had seen his work. Oliver and Emily screamed as they stared at the screen. Liam had just landed the biggest opportunity of his life. And this was only the beginning of his journey to Mars. Liam's hands were shaking. Elon Musk had really messaged him. Oliver and Emily rushed to his side. Is this real?" Emily whispered. Liam checked the screen over and over again. Yes, this wasn't a dream. Elon Musk had invited him to meet with SpaceX engineers. This was the opportunity of a lifetime. "Yes, yes, yes," Liam shouted, quickly typing out his reply. "Mr. Musk, this is an absolute honor. I can't wait for this. Thank you so much." Within hours, he received an official invitation from SpaceX. In just a few weeks, Liam would be visiting SpaceX headquarters. As Liam and his dad drove towards SpaceX headquarters, his heart pounded in his chest. He had only ever seen this place in videos. Now, he was going inside. As they passed through security, he quickly texted Oliver and Emily, "I'm going in. This might be the biggest moment of my life." And a few minutes later, he was led into Elon Musk's office. The door opened, and there he was. Elon Musk was sitting at his desk, reviewing some documents. But as soon as Liam stepped inside, he looked up and smiled. "Liam, it's great to see you again." Liam swallowed hard. The man who was shaping the future of space travel was right in front of him. "I saw your rocket," Elon said. "Very impressive. But I have to ask you something." Liam's breath caught in his throat. "Are you still serious about going to Mars?" Liam's eyes burned with determination. He nodded firmly. "More than ever." Elon grinned, reaching for a file on his desk. Inside were documents for SpaceX's special Young Engineers program. "I thought so," Elon said. "You've taken the first step. But if you really want to go to Mars, you need to keep learning. If you're serious, I want you to join our SpaceX summer program. We'll train you. What do you say?" Liam's eyes welled up. This was really happening. He took a deep breath, his voice shaking as he answered, "Mr. Musk, I've waited my whole life for this moment. Of course, I accept." A few weeks later, Liam officially began his training at SpaceX. As he learned, failed, and improved, he could feel his dream getting closer every day. Would he go to Mars one day? Absolutely. But more than anything, he knew one thing for sure. The real journey wasn't just about the destination. It was about never giving up. And just like his mother had always said, sometimes all it takes is asking the right question to the right person.